When you are losing weight, it is terrifying to go on vacation because you feel like all the progress that you made over the last several weeks, several months could literally be all ruined in just one weekend, 1 week, or 2 weeks of going on vacation. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to make sure that you don't ruin all your progress. I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do during this time that you're on vacation. I'm gonna give you 4 strategies to make sure that you don't ruin all of your progress when you are on vacation, but still enjoy your time. The reason this is so fresh in my mind right now is we just got back from a short weekend for a trip to Miami. Our wedding is going to be coming up in about 8-ish months, and we were starting to pick a caterer for our wedding. We're doing our wedding in Key Largo, and we wanted to do a caterer out of Miami, so we went down to do a tasting. So we just figured, why not make this into a little trip? So during this time, I am also trying to get in the best shape of my life for my wedding, and I'm documenting all this on my social media, and I actually think I'm gonna be making a YouTube video very shortly about everything that I am doing so I can teach you how to do the same as well. And let me know in the comments if this is something you actually want me to do. During this time, I've been losing weight for the last couple weeks. So a short worry of mine obviously was, I'm gonna ruin all my progress while we take our little trip to Miami. I'm gonna ruin my last couple weeks of the progress that I just made by just 4 days of our trip. So after losing 70 pounds of myself and coaching several online weight loss clients, I totally understand what you're feeling and this little trip that we just took. You feel like you want to get your money's worth. Maybe you did an all-inclusive resort. You feel like you need to get your money's worth and drink a bunch of alcohol, take advantage of the drinks that you had. Maybe you went on a cruise. You wanted to take advantage of doing the unlimited drink package, or they have a buffet at breakfast, lunch, dinner. You want to eat as much as physically possible because you want to get your money's worth. You want to make sure that you aren't just wasting your money away because you freaking paid for it. Or when you go on vacation, you feel like you are going to be puffy after. You feel like you're bloated. You feel like that you aren't going to have that definition that you had before. You are nervous to get puffy. You are nervous to gain lots of weight, 5, 10 pounds. You're scared to lose all of this progress. Or you've done this before. You know what it's like when you come back from a vacation. You're nervous to step on that scale because you know when you step on it, you've probably gained 3 to 5 pounds or more when you step on that dang scale. And I'm gonna be talking about this a little bit later about why this is something I was not nervous for anymore. I used to be nervous about the scale, but after doing it several times now, I understand this is not something that should be scary for you anymore. But I totally get how freaking frustrating it can be when you feel like that you're gonna lose all that progress from literally just a couple days. You step on that dang scale and now you feel like it's gonna take you a whole nother several weeks to lose all those pounds that you had already lost. So now let's dive into the 4 strategies to not ruin all your progress over vacation, but still enjoy your time because you freaking should. So let's start with strategy number 1. When people go on vacation, most of their plate is full of carbs. Now, I wanna make this extremely clear. Carbs are not a bad thing. You should have carbs in your diet. Carbs are actually really important when it comes to fueling your workouts. But here's the issue. Most people, when they go on vacation, their plate is made up of maybe about 80 to 90, maybe even 95% of carbs. Because why? A lot of the things that you are having are high in carbs. It's a lot of bread, it's a lot of treats, like sugary treats. It's a lot of alcohol maybe potentially for you. You are eating way more carbs and you're ignoring this one little piece that if you had more of this, you would start to see more success. And that is going to be protein. Like for example, you have an appetizer and that appetizer is probably some sort of bread, or that appetizer is probably some sort of breaded option. Or you sit down for breakfast and you're probably picking the pancakes, the waffles, you're having all the juices, you're having the mimosas, you're having things that are mainly just carbs. Now, I don't think you should be tracking your calories when you go on vacation. I don't think you need to be monitoring your diet like crazy. But here's the strategy that I want you to do. When you sit down to have some sort of meal, what I want you to do before you pick anything else is this is gonna be my option here, you are going to fill that plate, or you're going to pick an option that is going to be high in protein first. So you'll see here, it fills about maybe 1/3 of the plate. Or even just beyond that, I just want you to pick the dang protein before you pick anything else. So for example, if you were to order a couple appetizers, find the one option that is going to be high in protein. You will find one on a menu, but pick that as the protein, or you order an entree, or you do a buffet. Pick the protein first, or you sit down for breakfast. Make sure you're including eggs. Make sure maybe even including sausage, ham. Try to have more protein because this is where a lot of people will lack. And here's why protein is so good. Protein, in fact, is going to keep you more full because it takes your body longer to digest protein. Since it takes your body longer to digest this, it actually keeps you full for longer. Not only that, but protein is going to send a signal to your brain telling you that it is more full. And when it says more full and when it is more full for longer, guess what you are going to do? You inherently are going to eat less food when this happens. So you should still enjoy yourself, but start focusing on how do I get this protein food into my diet first, and then everything else, eat what you want to. So let's talk about strategy number 2 that a lot of people tend to get wrong. So my dog, Halo, I will pop up a picture here for you to see her. My dog, Halo, recently has been having a little bit of a health issue right now. Nothing crazy, nothing like very major, but we've been having to have her take antibiotics right now. Now, if you own a pet, you know how hard that can be sometimes to take antibiotics. So what we do for her, and she does actually a pretty good job of taking them, but what we do for her is we give her the pill and then we give her a treat after, like you do with most pets because you are rewarding them. And this is what a lot of people get wrong when they go on vacation is they're perfect with their diet all week long. Like they're doing everything right. You are so dang perfect. So guess what you end up feeling the need to do? You now think, since I'm so perfect with my diet, I need to reward myself on vacation. I need to just go out and make sure that I have a good time. And this is what people get wrong is they now feel the need to indulge completely. This is one of the biggest mistakes that people have on vacation. You should enjoy yourself when you go out. You should not feel the need to indulge. You are not a dog. You do not need to sit there and work for a treat and feel rewarded for that. You're not working for this treat of going on vacation. Now, you should take time off and you deserve to have time off. But you are not a dog that feels the need, oh, when I go on vacation, I'm just gonna have whatever I want because I'm not allowed to have it during the week. If this is the case, you either A, are probably having too strict of a diet before going on vacation to the point that you never let yourself have anything. Or B, you just have a negative relationship with food and you really struggle to make sure that you don't overdo it a lot of the times. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to lie somewhere in the middle within this line. I don't want you to be the weird person on vacation that is never letting themselves have anything, always tracking their calories, paying attention to every single thing that they eat. I don't want you to be that person. That is actually not another healthy relationship with food. If you're somebody that feels the need to always be strict with your diet, you should allow yourself to have something. But on the other end, you don't want to be the person that indulges, the person that feels that at the buffet needs to be freaking stuffed every single time, but at the buffet. And I understand this because I was somebody for a long period of time that would come home and eat so much food to the point that I would feel stuffed, or would always want to go get more because it was like my chance to do so. I don't want you to be the person that needs to feel the need to indulge or needs to always drink a ton of alcohol because you don't normally get to do so. You should still enjoy yourself and lie somewhere in the middle here where you can have a good time, enjoy it, but you don't feel the need to indulge. You should be able to say, okay, I've had enough. I don't need to have any more. This is a tough thing to do, but this is one of the most important things that you need to do, not only on vacation, but with your diet outside of vacation. Strategy number 3, I call this the beach chair effect. Honestly, I have a tough time relating to a lot of people when they go on vacation in the sense of I'm somebody that doesn't like to just sit down and do nothing. I occasionally like going on a resort and being able to relax for a day, maybe 2 days. But to be honest with you, I get really bored. I get really sick of it. I'm somebody that likes to make sure I like to always be doing things. I like to go out and do excursions. I like to go out and explore. I like to go out and see things. I'm somebody that can barely sit in a beach chair for an hour without feeling like I'm just like wasting my time. I like to always be constantly doing things. There's a good chunk of people, and if you feel like you're in this boat, then listen closely, that will sit on a beach chair all day long and that's it. You should relax. You should enjoy yourself. This is not what I am saying. What I am telling you that you should also make sure you're doing is get some sort of movement. Don't be the beach chair person stuck in there for 12 hours straight. And all you do is get up out of your beach chair to go grab a drink or go eat and then you come back to it. Once again, not saying that you should never do this, never enjoy it, but get some movement in it. It's so easy. You're in a beautiful place. Literally something simple that you can do is just walk the dang beach. I'm not saying you gotta do this all day and track your steps, but just get up occasionally and go walk the beach. You're in a very freaking pretty area. Get up and move. Second thing that you can do, and a lot of people forget that is still activity, swim. Get out and swim. You don't have to sit in there all day long. Get up and move. Do some sort of activity. Number 3, explore. One of the best parts, in my opinion, about going on vacation is seeing things that I don't normally get to see. Go see different parts of a culture that maybe you're not used to. Or if you're just sitting on a resort, walk around the resort and explore a little bit. Number 4, I think one of the best things, like I already mentioned, do excursions. Go do cool freaking shit. Go do things that you want to, things that are gonna be fun. Zip lining, go try some hiking in a cool area. I'm not sitting there saying you have to schedule every single thing around activity, but these little things will add some movement in instead of sitting there with the dang beach chair effect. Start trying other things that are gonna get you up and moving. Strategy number 4. This, I tell my clients, is by far the most important strategy when it comes to making sure that you don't ruin your diet over a vacation. When you come back home, let's say you come back, for us, we got back on a Sunday. When you come back home on that night, what I want you to do is immediately on Monday, get right back on track. I don't want you letting this extend into the next day. And then you're like, oh, I already ate a bunch of crap, drank a bunch. I'm just gonna drink on Tuesday and eat more. And then that'll extend into Wednesday and Thursday. And then before you know it, it's been 4 days, maybe another week, or even a couple weeks, and you have stayed off your diet. One of the worst things that you can be doing is continue to extend this when you get home. Enjoy your time and get back and get right frickin' back on track on whatever day that you get home. That can literally be as simple as going to get a 3,000 step walk-in. That could be as simple as tracking the first meal. I don't recommend that you weigh yourself though. I think this is a terrible strategy when you get home from a vacation, is weigh yourself. Why? Like I mentioned in the beginning, you're probably gonna go up in weight when you get home. And that's just most likely for everyone. When I got back from Miami, I gained about 3 to 4 pounds. And guess what? Today, this is a couple days after now, my weight is back down. The reason why is when you come back from vacation, you are probably holding on to a lot of sodium and you are holding on to a lot of carbs in your body and probably just volume of food in your stomach. So you tend to weigh more. This is water weight within your stomach, and give it a couple days and it will drop. And then somewhere in there, you can start weighing yourself. But take some sort of action to just get right back on track. Because here's the really cool and kind of brutal reality is if you were to be taking a million wrong turns, like a ton of wrong turns along the way, it doesn't matter how many wrong freaking turns that you take. All it takes is one right turn to get right back on track. Please understand that the best thing that you can do, even if you ruined everything on vacation, is get right back on track. If there's anything you take away from this video, it needs to be this. Like literally, when we got back from Miami, FIFA finals were on literally the time we got back. I could have sat down and said, screw it, the finals are on, I wanna drink more, I'm gonna eat more. But I just made sure to get right back on track and not overdo it. Now, let's say you're struggling to get back on track and you're just struggling to see weight loss results, then I recommend you watch this next video here, because if you are doing this one thing for weight loss, then you should see weight over a long period of time and see consistent results.